Nobody talks about how depressing it is to look in the mirror and not recognize yourself. I have been starving for 7 days now. I was not okay. I gotta get off these pain pills. I was scared. I broke down crying, and I'm not even a crier. I cannot explain the hell of day 3, but I'm going to. Okay, we are going to give this a go despite me not being prepared mentally, physically, emotionally. I am down bad. I look like shit. I feel worse than I look. The sun is going down and the notification just came up that my battery is dying. I'm gonna switch out my battery and then let's get into it. I'm really doing this because I just don't want all of my pain and my suffering to go in vain, and I'm still in pain and suffering. So today's video is going to be the actual reality of getting your wisdom teeth pulled. And what really messed me up in my logic, yes, of course, I looked up what I could look up, and yes, I've seen people having a hard time, but most people got 4, even some people got 8 wisdom teeth removed, and I was only getting 1 removed. And I know I have a pretty decent pain tolerance. On top of that, I consider myself to be pretty healthy. So if people can do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these things, then 1 should be not that deep for me. You know what I mean? Oh! I'm gonna go through the things that really saved me, and I'm just gonna say them up front because I want this video to really help somebody. So if this is helpful for you, please like, comment, thumbs up, drop your tips, help somebody else out. So I'm just gonna right off the rip tell you what really helped me, and then after I'm gonna go into my whole story of getting my wisdom teeth removed, go through a day to day of what I ate, how I was feeling, what I did that day, and how I was managing my pain. Today is day 7, and my face, it's this side. It might not look that bad to you guys, but I've only been talking for 1 minute and 46 and my mouth is literally sore already. And I really just looks like I have a fat face. I promise my face is normally not this fat. One of the big things that really was hard for me was looking in the mirror and not recognizing myself. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about how depressing it is to look in the mirror and not recognize yourself. The only time I ever seen someone talk about that is when I was getting my nose job. People talked about that, but I didn't experience it then, but I experienced that now, and it was depressing. I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot. So I'm just gonna go to the meat right away, and then if you care to hear more about my story, I'll go into that after, but I'm just gonna give you guys what's important to know. First, I just wanna say, here are the food that I actually ate. I eat protein shakes every single day, 2 a day. I'm quite certain that protein shakes single-handedly saved my life because I have been starving for 7 days now. Today is day 7, starving every day, some days more than others, really more than others, but I've been quite literally starving, and protein shakes, I'm guaranteed, have been keeping me afloat. Once I could start eating again, around day 5, I started eating salmon, light and fluffy. For the most part, you're gonna use your tongue to chew. I use my tongue to shred it apart a little bit more and swallow it. I would take small pieces, put it in the back of my mouth. And yes, I do. Everyone's like, why don't you just chew with the other side? My jaw is connected. You can't just chew with one side. When I move this side moves too. And most of the days I was so swollen and so in pain that chewing was just not an option. A lot of times I couldn't even open my mouth this much. There was days where I could not even speak because I cannot open my mouth because I was in such terrorizing pain. I cannot explain the hell of day 3, but I'm going to. Day 3 was the worst. I don't want to say the worst day of my life because I'm not being dramatic, but it was definitely the worst physical pain of my life. Also, hummus was really good. Hummus is chickpeas, so it's just straight protein. I literally ate an entire tub of hummus. I ate olive kind. I ate the whole thing. I just spooned it in the back of my mouth. I just got another kind, and I can't really eat the whole thing because it's so concentrated in its flavor. The cilantro garlic one, and it's so concentrated and gritty, and it was so fire. Those are the 3 things that really kept me afloat. Yes, I had the squeezy applesauce things, but that's literally nothing. You can't get full off of that. Another thing that really helped me is Starbucks egg bites. because they're so light and fluffy. I could rip them apart and then just put them in the back, shove them in the back of my mouth. I couldn't imagine having both sides, for real. I sympathize so much. I have 5 really important tips. So one is that's the food that I ate that really kept me above. Protein shakes, hummus, egg bites, and I do have a recipe to make the Starbucks egg bites at home. I just didn't know that that was gonna be like my savior, so I didn't meal prep them. And also eggs kind of make my stomach hurt, so I had to like compromise because I'm literally gluten-free, dairy-free, and eggs fuck my stomach up too. So that's what also made it harder, because like mashed potatoes, one day I tried to eat them and they fucked me up so bad, made me so bloated, it hurt. Yes, I was full. It wasn't like full, like it was just yeah, I got a lot going on. It was really overwhelming and a difficult struggle for me. Protein shakes, salmon, and hummus, egg bites. Those are like the 4 foods that really did it for me, and that still I'm utilizing every day. Okay, 2, save shows to binge watch. Let me just say this. I've been on bed rest for 2 weeks because, again, I'm going to get into it later, but I had a surgery prior to the surgery. So I was already on bed rest for a week. And then now it's been a whole week since I've been in bed rest again. And when I tell you, I'm not somebody who enjoys being bored. I have not been bored since literally at least 6-7 years. I have not had a bored day. Sitting down is hard for me. It's hard for me to relax. Even if I go get a massage, I cannot relax. My anxiety and my mind just racing. I cannot sleep at night because my anxiety is racing. Like, relaxing is just not something I'm good at. So to be on bed rest for this long has driven me absolutely stir crazy, and to not even have a good show was literally breaking me down. Before your surgery, just stop watching TV like that and just save up a lot of shows to binge watch. Get a little playlist ready. Get them shows lined up, please, because it'll keep your mind off things and help pass time. I really wish I had that. Right now it's like Love Island, but I only get 1 episode a night, and that's like the highlight of my day. I'm sure it's a highlight of most people's days, but it just means so much more to me because it's getting me through this. Also, if you have a recommendation, please comment below your favorite show on Netflix, Peacock. I done got Discovery Plus. I done got Black. I done got everything at this point because desperate just looking for shows. I just watched like the Shark Show. I watched Squid Games. I watched Ginny and Georgia. Some of my favorite shows are like Scandal. I didn't really get into Suits like that. Shows. You need them. 3, clean out your space and plan to rot for at least a week. I'm telling you, today is day 7, and I would say I'm at about 50%. And when I say 50%, I mean I'm over the hump for sure. Like, I can maybe even say 60%. And the first 50% was like uphill, and now I'm on the downhill. But I still have little to no energy or motivation. And again, I'm not a lazy person. I'm so desperate to want to go to the gym, to go to Pilates, to even get out the house and go for a walk. Today, I literally told myself I need out the house, so I'm gonna walk to Starbucks, which is literally a 5-minute walk. And by the time I walked to my elevator, I was exhausted. I walked to Starbucks, I made it there, I sat down, ate, drank my coffee, most of it actually. I'm gonna go get the rest of my coffee because that just reminds me, and it just brings me so much joy. You're not gonna have the capability to do much, and I have so much work to do. I could have been recording videos, but like obviously barely, or like record videos and like have stuff to edit, but I barely felt motivated to do anything. So what I'm saying is, I cannot focus on anything if my house is dirty. And by house is dirty, I mean 1 single dish in the sink, 1 piece of clothes in my laundry bin, my bed not made. Make sure your space is ready for you to rot. And that goes into making sure your TV show, make sure things are clean. Maybe if you Sudoku, puzzle. I didn't plan for any of that. I just thought I was gonna just chill. But a week is a very long time, and I'm at a week and I'm not done. I don't think I'll be another 100 for another week. Definitely create rotting area mindfully. This means, making sure you're stocking up on food, getting all your errands done, because the last thing that drives you crazy is if you're sitting here and you have shit to do. I made sure I had my to-do list and I knocked out as much as I could before my surgery so that I could get at as much peace as possible, but I didn't plan to really be down this long. At this point, it's stuff I need to do, obviously. Get back on my YouTube. Hey, YouTube. Number 4 is to be smart with your pain meds. I say this because, for example, y'all, this is my medical bin. I'm gonna go through it with you guys later. I was prescribed acetaminophen-codeine number 3, and I was prescribed 15 of them. My plan was not to touch them. I have a high pain tolerance, so my plan was not to touch them. And I just had a surgery before. And my surgery before, I had got prescribed hydrocodone/APAP5-325. And I got prescribed 20 of these, 15 of these. I did not touch these on my last surgery at all. I did not take a single one of them. I had 35 pain pills. My plan going into this was not to touch them either. But when I tell you that the pain was not bearable. It was miserable, and it still is to this day. I used these and these for this pain. I rotated them. They gave me ibuprofen 800s too, but I was already prescribed ibuprofen 800s. I used them for like my cramps and such, so I didn't really feel like they would be that useful for me because I've been prescribed them for like 10 years and I take them as needed already. So during my period, of course. Okay, with that being said, I have 3 of these left, and so that means I took 12 of these and I have 7 of these left. So I took 13 of these. If I would have only had these, I don't think I would have been okay. Here's the thing too. On here, it says take them 1 every 6 hours. So what I would do, and even what I'm doing now, is I would set a timer and I would take it and then I would click lap every time, right? So this was my first pill, second pill, so I could keep track of how many I was taking them and like how long in between I was taking them. And I wouldn't necessarily like time it. I would just go off of my pain. When the pain would come back, it would creep in. Long story short, I was taking them every 3 hours. And like, I'm not even being dramatic, but like sometimes I could barely wait like the 3rd hour, I'm feeling the pain coming in, and I would look down, it was like 2.5 hours, and I'd be like, no, I have to wait at least another half hour. So it was times where I was taking like 8 of these a day, and I was doing that for definitely the first 5 days. And then on day 5, I had like a breakthrough moment mentally and physically where I'm like, yo, I need to chill on these pain pills because 1, I'm scared to get addicted. I'm not even sure if these are pain. I don't know nothing about pain pills or anything, but I just be hearing stories of people who have an injury and then they get stuck on pills. And I don't have an addictive personality, so I'm also thankful for that. I just had a really crazy day that day. I was scared, and I'm like, I can't. I gotta get off these pain pills. And I wasn't saying it because I felt like I was addicted. I don't want to be stuck on them. I'm low-key running through them. I'm taking them way too often. I knew I needed to get off of them, so I started trying to space out, waiting long. I would say I was going like 2.5 to 3 hours. The next day I went to like 3 to 4 hours. Then I went like 4 to 5 hours. And then I'm like, okay, I'm only gonna take one at night and in the morning. When I would take them at night, I wouldn't take it at like 9 o'clock when I'm ready to go to bed. I would take it when I'm done scrolling on my phone, when I'm really ready to knock out. I would take them then. I would wake up throughout the night. So if I woke up around like 3, 4, 5 a.m. in pain, I would take one. And then I would wake up again around like 7, 8, 9 a.m. I would take one. I was just taking them during the night and in the morning to sleep, but during the day I wasn't taking them, but I was still taking like 3 a day. And then yesterday I was like, okay, I'm done taking them. I'm gonna just, I tried just taking the ibuprofens at night and in the morning, and I felt like it was okay. Yesterday was like a full 24 hours without the pain med. Today, when I woke up, I was in really bad pain, and I took the ibuprofen and it did not help. And I was just like in super bad pain, and mind you, it's day 7. Today's the day I'm gonna get things done. I literally have a visitor coming to visit me tomorrow, flying out of town because it's the 4th of July. I need to get my house together. I need to have a productive day. I can't be sitting here in pain. I need to stop feeling guilty. I need to just take a pain pill. So I did take one this morning. I haven't took one since. So yeah, I took one like 7 hours ago, and I took ibuprofen since. Just taking them at the morning. I'm gonna try not to take them again. I'm just saying, like, manage your pain pills wisely, because I think it's a slippery slope, and also it is really, really painful, debilitating painful. One other thing that really helped me a lot is a warm compress. When I would take it off, I would feel like my face was smaller. I feel like it instantly made the swelling go down. That's the only thing that really provided instant relief. I felt better. Mind you, the warm compress, the towel would only stay warm for like a couple minutes, so it didn't last long, but it was really helpful. Manage your meds properly, because if I wouldn't have had this second prescription, I don't know what I would have done. I know people sometimes end up going to the streets to find more pain meds. That's really scary to think about and to have to do. And then the last tip that I have, number 5, is to have emotional support. You tell people what you're going through, and please check in on me if you have to, because I live alone and it was a lot. It was literally a lot. On day 3, I broke down literally crying, and I'm not even a crier. I cried twice during this, and I probably haven't cried in years. I do not cry. I broke down crying on day 3, and I called someone and I was like, you need to come get me. Like, I can't be alone. Like, I'm going through it. Shout out to my tribe, because literally the people that were checking in on me, hey, how are you doing? It's never meant more to me right now. You know, sometimes when you're going through things, when people are like, oh, how are you? How are you? Not that it doesn't mean anything to you, but it's like, you're okay. So it's not really a big deal. I was not okay during this, so the people that reached out, it just meant so much to me, for real. So yeah, shout out to them, because you need people checking on you and seeing how you're doing, because I was not okay, and I'm like just trying to be okay. I'm still just trying to be okay. Make sure you have people checking in on you, and if you don't have people that already do that, tell people, hey, I'm going to have this surgery, please check on me. You need people, even better if they can pull up and come like see you, spend time with you and watch a show with you. You need people around you in some way, because you can't call and talk on the phone, your mouth hurts. Have someone checking in on you, have multiple people checking in on you. So those are my top 5 main tips, takeaways. But now I'm gonna get into my day-to-day breakdown of my surgery. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to break this into 2 videos. So if you guys want to know my day-to-day recovery diary journal, how things were gonna go, check out this next video. It was extremely depressing and I was going through it, and I'm gonna tell you guys everything. Part 2 about to record right now.